Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In my last video, I told you about my juice fasting experience and then I wanted to do an honest Nama juicer review. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be the Nama Vitality Juicer 5800. I think it's the only one they have out. And just before we get started, I want to let you guys know that description, timestamps, disclaimer, all that stuff is going to be below. Check out my other social media. We'd love to have you guys as part of the journey. So let's just get right into it. The Nama juicer. Why Nama? Why did we choose the Nama juicer for our juice fast? And we also continue to juice to today. I have my notes below, so that's what I'll be looking at if I'm not looking at you guys. So the Nama juicer is priced at $3.99, which if you look at higher end juicers, you can go up to the thousands and you can get something as cheap as $50. We wanted something in the middle. We didn't want something that was going to be a lower yield, and that's something we really looked at with it. So having the $3.99 price point for a juicer that was very highly rated was pretty decent. So we ended up using a code to get it about 10% off or a little bit off, and we just ended up spending the $3.99 anyways to get it a little faster here because we wanted to do it as soon as possible. We still had that mojo to do the juice fast. Another reason that we did it was the reviews. People online had reviewed it. There were reviews from YouTube. It all seemed like it was an amazing juicer for the price. So not only that, but Joe Cross, if you've ever seen Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, he was an investor for the Nama juicer and promotes it highly. So with him going through all of his juicing and his years and years of experience with this, you would think that he would be investing in something that's going to be an amazing juicer. There's also other people on YouTube who I watch who promoted the Nama juicer, would do these demonstrations, and so it just looked, reviews-wise, everything looked like an amazing juicer. Another big thing that we wanted to look at was that it was high yield, that it was slow masticating, and that it was cold pressed, so that we can maintain the integrity of the juice, so that way it doesn't kill off any nutrients or anything. So with looking at all of that, those are the main reasons that led us to the Nama juicer. And so some pros and cons that we realized after our week of juicing, until today, some pros that we had for this was that it was small and it was compact. It's maybe about 8 inches by a foot. It's pretty small. The safety features on it are really nice. The hole that you dispense everything into to get juiced is really small, and I can stick my fingers in there and it doesn't hurt me at all because it doesn't allow for that much to get in. It's very easy to clean, as you're going to see in the video. It's very easy to clean, which is really nice. It's easy to take apart, and it's very simple to put back together when you do it correctly. And for the most part, in one of the videos I watched, they said that it was, there were 2 systems on excreting the pulp, and there was very little pulp that we found with it, although I'm partial to pulp. I really do like it. There wasn't a lot of pulp, or if any, in some of the juices. It was just straight juice. Some of the cons that we found with the Nama juicer is it does have a problem with some of the vegetables, but it does well with fruit. And when you do certain fruits, though, that have a rind, like an orange or a lime, you have to take those off. And it even suggests that you take them off in the recipe book. It's just that you take those off and you have to chop it up and put it in there. Also, it recommends that you take out the cores and seeds of things like apples. You just can't chop it up and put it in. You have to take out the core, and that was a little bit of a pain. The slow masticating is nice to make sure you get that higher yield, but also at the same time, it does take some time to get all that juice out. So it's kind of a pro and a con in my book because it does take time to do the masticating on it. So you guys can decide if you end up getting the Nama juicer. You can decide if you like that or not. One thing we kind of found is when you put it together, you put it together right, but if if you don't do it correctly, there will be like this kind of like winding sound when it goes, and with it being mechanics, that's understandable, but it was only during certain times. It wasn't every single time. And I'll show you in the video that you guys can hear it as well. And I think this, even though it is a good juicer, it is higher yield. It does really well with greens. I think it is a little more hyped than it should be. For the price that it is, it's decent. But if I were to go back and get another juicer, I think I would get a different juicer than the Nama, just because of the little nuances that are a little annoying. But that's just my opinion. So in this video, I am making a green juice for you guys while we were doing our juice fast. This is something we would have every single day. And if you're looking at doing a juice fast or just doing green juices in general, you're going to see some of the issues that I came across. If you have the same issues with this, if you have an almond juicer, let me know below. So let's get into the video and let's get juicing. So in this green juice, I am making it for 2 people, and what we're going to be adding in the juicer today is 1 head of red leaf lettuce that needs to be used, so that's why that's going in. We're doing 1 whole head of celery that we've chopped up, and it does have a lot of celery in there. We're doing 2 green apples just to add a little sweetness because I can't do green juice, just greens. We're doing 1 bunch of red kale. It's very good nutrients. I'm going to eat that up. Then we have 1 cucumber, half peeled, half not. We're doing a couple inches of ginger. The lime that you did have to peel, that's just 1 lime there. And this will make a delicious juice. Also, I wanted to show you guys that in the Nama Juicer package, you get a couple attachments for nut milks, purees, whatnot. You get the Nama Juicer manual. You get the intro book that kind of shows you just a bit about it, and the recipe book. Now this has some really good stuff with bell peppers. You could do cauliflower juices. It has some good stuff in there. If you guys want to see recipes, let me know. But this is everything we're going to be using to make our green juice today. And with this, let me go ahead and kind of do a quick demonstration of how this goes together. That's going to pop in there. And these are the 3 pieces that you really need to make sure fit perfectly as they go in, or else you can't close it up and it'd be a pain in the butt. That obviously is going to go up top so you can put all of your fruit and veg in to get juiced. All of that pops up top. You have the button on the right. This guy is where the juice is going to be, and this is where the pulp ends up. Now you could do anything with the pulp, but we just ended up throwing it away. I know a lot of people make crackers, but do with it what you like. Go ahead and put this together and start our juice. So you have the base where the juice is going to collect. This guy is going to hold our filter and the plastic piece that goes inside. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it spins around and makes the juice come out. And a lot of the times you have to make sure that those 3 are aligned together inside, and it'll kind of give you a clicking sound once it is all together. And if this isn't sitting on right, you probably have to adjust again. Nope, there we are. We're good to go. And you can't see them right now, but there are little arrows that'll line up. One thing I did want to show you guys, the camera goes down here a little bit. When you're juicing, you want to make sure it's on the closed option, not open, because that allows you to get all the gunk out after juicing. This juice is going to come out, and this guy we're going to put into place so that way it collects all the juice. Don't waste any. And the pulp. Oh, let's make sure it actually is going to go in there. Thing in the design I wanted to show you guys is this top portion. You're able to adjust it if you're left-handed or if you're right-handed. And in my case, when we were doing juicing, there was a lot of produce, so we would have to adjust it one side or the other, and it came in handy. Pause it right here mid-juice. You can guys see how much I already have left that I still need to do. Since I put that celery in, you can see it's starting to back up a bit, and you can see that the celery is really compact in there, and it's just coming out this other side while it's still clogged up over there. So the celery isn't something that is great to juice in the Nama Juicer. I mean, if you really enjoy it, go for it, but it's not the best thing, and it'll get clogged up, and you'll have to clean it out.
So one of the reviews of the Nama juicer is the pulp is really dry, and for the most part it is, except for when I did the bottom here, the first thing I put in was the lime, and as you're going to see, it still has a lot of moisture left. Sometimes you have to put these things through twice, but it's just unfortunate.
To our sink, remove all this stuff from before. I'm going to open our compost, and let me show you what it will look like. So this is what masticating does, and then you can see on the inside, it's just everything. But it comes out super easy. It comes out very easy. And then this just slides off. Then you can see our basket. It's relatively clean. It's really easy to just knock things off and just wash it off. And this is what holds that inside. It's just a rinse as well. And then this is what I want to show you guys. Remember when I showed you before? This is where you go to unlock it when you want to clear it out. And this is where all the celery gets stuck. Right in this little hole right here. And that's where it's supposed to come out. And that's where the fibers just get crazy. So normally what I do is I'll push my finger, and this one's pretty jammed. Normally I'll push my finger down and get some water in there, but I might have to use something to poke at it as well. So just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to clean this and then get back to the juicing.
So for making this juice, including prep time, clearing it out halfway through, it took about 30 minutes to make this juice just for 2 people. And if you're going to be doing a juice fast, it's going to take quite a long time. I suggest you prep things ahead of time or have someone help you. But ultimately the juice turned out pretty delicious, and I'm going to continue to juice whether I'm using the Nama or not. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and you'll make some of this on your own.
Joining me today. I hope you guys found value in this video, and I hope that you guys have a little more understanding of like how the Nama juicer works and whether you'll buy one or not. If you guys are interested in buying a Nama juicer and you want to see some of how it works with other fruits and vegetables, or if you want to see how the nut milks work, let me know below and I would be happy to do that for you guys. Until next time, see you then.